refresher class today. I'm just passing the Coronado Bridge. Forgot to turn this on, but I was going to turn it on a little bit before this since I got low memory here. I went to my class on Tuesday also, and I turned that on, and I was like, do I want to go upload that as late as this is, or just delete it? It's like, I'll upload it to you so you can see a different drive to the San Diego Office of Emergency Services. Is where I'm gonna have my class Tuesday and Wednesday. Here's our refresher for CERT, and I was gonna get gas at Costco, but then I'd be longer getting there, and I don't know if it's just gonna be a classroom or they're gonna do like a mini academy like they did last time. I don't want to walk around and get put on the team that walks around, so those that usually get there first are the ones that do the office, like not the office, but the control center, incident center. So they're the ones who annotate. Okay, here's who's going there, who's going there. They put it up on the board so they can go follow, track it. And I said, I don't feel like walking, so I'm going to get here early enough. So if I'd have left maybe earlier, I would have ran to Costco. But yeah, I know my car is going to be chirping on the way back, so I'll get my gas after I finish here. And let me get over here first because it's always a pain in the behind getting to the San Diego Airport exit here. People coming up on my left, I see flying fast, so I don't know if they're just coming up for being quick or they're coming up to try to cut over in front of people. But it's right next to the airport, so it's really noisy when we have our classes. But yeah, if I had to walk earlier, when I download these videos and then delete them, I'll probably have room for tomorrow's fluffy walk, so I can do that. I downloaded when I was in the class something called ERG, like Emergency Response Guide. But one of the IT people there in class, I was asking, how do you upload stuff? I can't do this, I can't do this. So he showed me how to upload stuff to my iPad, like they call them books or whatever, files. So as soon as I got the class I did, I was clicking on it, and it was just showing me what was going on in class. I was like, no, I want to save it to my iPad. Because my other class I had earlier in January, I didn't know how to do it. And it's like, no, just hold it down. Clicking on the computer. I was like, well, this ain't on the computer. So it said just clicking on the link for the booklet. It's like, if you hold it down, it gives you the option of downloading. Yep, sure enough, that's what it was. And so I said, hey, I got free IT help here. And so did that. So I'll probably do that to my CERT book as well, so I'm not gonna lug the notebook around all the time. But I'll use this, since I could do that, I'll just use this CERT manual as for notes and everything. Yeah, I want to get here early enough so when I see the coordinator show up and then everything for the class, and I can go inside the class and put my stuff down, be the first one to sign in. So you do, we're gonna have a mini academy like a disaster, instead of just teaching it as hands-on. That I can start doing the scene leader. I'd rather do that because the more experience to that, then I can probably try to get other classes. They told me since what I did with my class was called, there was some TEEX, Texas A&M Engineering Expansion Department. Well, they told me that's funded by FEMA and DHS, so it's free classes. So I got the free class. I'm going to have a class in August and September, and after I get those other classes, I can get certified for I gotta look up, see what it was, something disaster management certification. Plus it's continuing education unit. So I saw some person who got his disaster management, emergency management degree from National University, which is here. So if that's the case, I'm gonna look into that too. So I can say I got this here too, because wife says, "Oh, is this for a job?" This training. I said, "Well, backup. I want to get a training so I could get it back since I'm the one that's you know, the thing that happened at work. They injured me. Navy Public Works Coordinator injured me. And then they one time tried to terminate me. Tried again. Found out they were in the wrong. They would have got sued. But you know, it doesn't mean they're not going to try stupid stuff again. So since I'm the only one who's basically will keep this house and everything going because of my job, I had to look for backup in case something happens. They try to do something stupid. And being DHS's government, if I go and do a DHS job, it'd probably keep my benefits and everything from my other Navy Public Works. But I'm the one that has to, I'm the one who had to do everything for COVID. During the shutdown, I had to go do extreme means when we had our government shutdown. So I got to do what it takes to have the backup plans. So this training is what gives me backup plans, and you know they can give me recommendations saying, "Yo, yeah, you know, he's done this for the academy. He's got all these trainings here, and gets me into another job somewhere else, maybe even for the city." Well, guess what? It's a backup plan. So the training comes up here. There's no plans. I asked if we're gonna have plans going somewhere. There was nothing there, so I just signed up for the refresher. So there's only this one here, and the coordinator said, "Oh, it's chapters 4 to 8 of the of the CERT manual." I said, "Oh, well, okay. If it's just that one, it's the same one. I'll just sign up for the one and get it over with." You need one refresher, 6 con eds, which is continuing educations, and because of the funding, funding and everything, so they finally starting to get the con eds back. So as soon as you get the 6 con eds, you really don't got to worry about for the rest of the year. So I got I think there are 2 there. That class counted. I went to the right after I got off the Tuesday class, I went to the CERT training facility at the San Diego Fire Department training complex, and I did that continuing education. So that's 2 there. This is a refresher that knocks out my one refresher. There's a con ed on the 9th on Sunday. So I was like, hey, no problem. Get my 6. And if the coordinator says it's going to be different topics and everything, then yeah, I don't mind the other refresher. But if it's going to be just the same thing over and over again, because she said, "Oh, I don't know what chapter it's going to be." Well, I would like to know. She said, "Oh, yeah, that sounds good and all, but you got to give others chance. I don't base my Philip, da 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 da." It's like, well, I understand that, but if it's not full and there's different topics, it's not the same topic. I mean, I don't mind if I get credit for it, but if I only need one refresher. So if I'm going to have the same topic, then why do I want to go the same one? But if it's a different chapter, well, I don't mind that. The more and more you go for training, the more and more you remember it. And then I'm thinking of this El Nino we're going to have. I think there's going to be, with excessive rain, I think there's going to be flooding in, and they're going to activate CERT again, like they did in 2024. Activated CERT for the flooding. I mean, CERT doesn't do anything big. Hazardous is just like, okay, here's the evac center. Here's the 10 people going to check in, and you say, okay, you evacuate to whatever the center is. So they report in. You take their names. Say, okay, here it is, right here. We got you here. So that way, somebody asks, hey, is somebody here? Is John Doe here? Yes, they're here at our thing. So that's easy. Logistics side, say, okay, get in the blankets, whatever. That's not a problem there. Firefighting vehicle in front of me again. So go here. That way the coordinator sees. Even if I sit in my car, the coordinator sees that I'm here, and then be like, "Oh yeah, hey, Joseph was here first." And then if they say we're going to have a mini academy class instead of just a refresher, so, Joe, you could be the scene leader, the incident leader here. It's like, okay, sounds good. So I'm just sitting here, so they'll see that I'm here first. They're up to 7 something, but right. Oh, that was my drive here. See, I had 10 minutes. I got some little bit of time left before I fill up the memory. So after I upload these 2 videos inside, when I get on their Wi-Fi, well, maybe I could do it here on my data. Then I can delete them and I'll have room for Fubby's Walk tomorrow. So, okay, everybody, I hope you're having a good weekend, and I'll catch you later.